Welcome back to Oulton Park after the second Bennetts British Superbike Championship race of the weekend and another podium for Kyle Ride for Lamy OMG Racing Yamaha. Kyle, it looked like a tough race, but it seemed like you were able to maintain the pace to be within striking distance of the Beer Monster Ducatis until the end. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I wasn't reading my pit board. I was literally just trying to hang on as long as I could, and when it got to about the 12th lap or 13th lap, I started to drop back a little bit and I started struggling, and then from then I seen Lee Bob was on my pit board in 4th place, and I thought with the pace he had yesterday he was for sure going to catch me up, but then obviously the safety car come out, so yeah, I was a little bit annoyed because I might have guaranteed myself a 3rd place, but in the end obviously I finished 3rd anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, massive improvements from yesterday. The average lap time for me was probably 4 to 5 tenths faster, so still not enough to keep up with Tommy and Glenn with 6 laps to go, but I'm sure we can make a little bit of a change for the last race, and hopefully we can dig in a little bit more. But yeah, as you've probably seen on the TV, it was so cat and mouse. I was catching Glenn and Tommy up in a few places, and then they absolutely nailed me going up Clay Hill. So yeah, it was hard to keep up, but yeah, much better than yesterday. Very positive as well. So yeah, hopefully we can change the bike and make it better for this afternoon.
Congratulations on the podium, Carl. And taking second place in the second race here of the weekend at Oulton Park for Cheshire Moulding's FS3 Racing Kawasaki, it's Lee Jackson. Lee obviously moved up a place with Tommy's penalty, but it was still another race where you proved that the team have the pace to match for the podium, certainly. And it was a bit of, as Kyle said, cat and mouse between you, wasn't it? And you were battling with Leon for quite a long time as well. Talk us through it, please.
Yeah, we've had a bit of an issue today with the rear brake. This one in warm-up for some reason, it just started fading and then coming back to me. And then the guys thought they'd fixed it for the race, but unfortunately, two laps into the race, it happened again. So it was a case of managing what I had, and then I got used to not having a brake at one point, and then it come back, and then it was when I really needed it was to get past Leon, and I think the gap grew from Leon to Kyle quite quickly, and that cost me being on the back of Kyle so soon. So it was quite a tough race. I obviously set my target to catch Kyle with a few laps to go, but luckily the safety car come out, and then from there on I knew that I could manage the last 4 laps with what I had to, make a move on Kyle and try and chase down the guys at the front. And as I crossed the line, in my head I thought that there would be some controversy with the shenanigans in the safety car because it was pretty dangerous. There's a lot of us that all backed up and didn't really know where to be or where to go. So I kind of had an inkling that we might be second, and yeah, another great race for myself, and hopefully a few little changes for the last one and we can go again.
Thank you, Lee. And taking the second win of the weekend here at Oulton Park for Beer Monster Ducati, it's Glenn Owen. Glenn, it was another close race between you and Tommy. Obviously, the safety car incident moved you ahead in the final result, but it was very close to the line. And talk us through it, because it seemed like you had a bit of an edge over him in some places and vice versa.
Yeah, really enjoyable race. I took a turn at leading, and then I was quite content to not lead. Long race, 18 laps. I think it was 18, was it? Yeah, 18. Yeah, and it's one of them. You can lead, and the longer you lead, you show your hand. And yesterday I led a lot of laps, so it was nice to actually get a look at Tommy. So, like you say, he was we're similar in one. He's very good at turn 2. And then I'm better at 3, 4, similar. He's very good in the brakes in the second chicane. Somewhere I was stronger yesterday, so I don't see it. I see that somewhere we can actually improve. The pendulum swung in that area of the track today. But overall, I felt very good in the last sector. Felt great through Druids, Clay Hill Druids, and into the last corner. So always was my plan to make a move there. He gapped a little bit before the safety car. Then I just got back onto him. The safety car come out. And yeah, the incident was what it was. I had a fair idea I was leading the race, but I couldn't understand why my board kept saying P2, because I thought it would be, I think we all know, and Tommy rode an incredible race for 99.9% of it. He set a great example on track of what he done. So, I feel tough for him because with how he performed on that race, he deserves to be standing here on the podium with us. But, we have to learn from mistakes in life, and he made one. He knows he made one. I'm sure we don't have to talk about it again after this race, because I think what the two of us did, after the whole 2 weeks, it was to see 2 PBM bikes going 1-2 and properly going at it as well in a pretty much clean way until the incident as such. So I was lining up a move into the last corner. He got Druids wrong, which inadvertently helped him come out. He went in very, very deep. So he kind of stopped and got the bike upright. I was going to do a big Larry lunge in the last corner, but with everyone being backed up closer, I didn't know if anyone was still right behind me because I wasn't really reading my board. I didn't want to try to win the race, but be sure I was sure I was going to get the race win. I thought if I lunge at him and run wide and someone else goes by me, if he gets disqualified or whatever's going to happen to him, well, the other guy's going to win the race then that gets in between us. So a lot of stuff to think about, but very, very happy with even particularly the pace on the last lap. I think it was my fastest lap of the race. And, you know, to do that after a safety car, the Ducati is quite low in edge grip, and when you lose tyre temperature behind a car, you lose edge grip mainly. So pleases me that we were very quickly able to, again, the power of the mind, park that to the back of the mind and go full gas. So big credit to the team. They worked very, very hard, and we need to keep improving. We need to work better for the next one, and I really look forward to it. And yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you, Lem.
Cheers, thank you.